Hello, 10th grade. Today we are going to talk about subject-verb inversion with the negative expressions. For the lesson in page 55. Let's pay attention to these sentences. I can barely like tea. Sam had never traveled abroad. Little I enjoyed the movie. And the last one, she writes so well. Let's go to the first sentence. Barely here, these expressions mean that we are talking about something is related to negative or negativity. All what we need to do, we are going to put barely at the beginning of the sentence. Then after that, we are going to switch between the auxiliary, the modal here, and the subject. And all what we need to say, barely can I like tea. In this sentence here, we switched between the subject and the auxiliary. On the first time, we are going to say that this looks like a question, but it's not a question, it's a sentence. Why we did this? Because we have a negative expression, barely. And this language, it's a formal language. So it's normal in English to switch between the subject and the auxiliary verb. The same thing for the second sentence. Never, here we have, this is the expression that shows negativity. So we are going to put it at the beginning here. Never. Then after that, we are going to locate the subject here. And had is the auxiliary verb. We are going, as we said, to switch between these two elements. So we are going to say, never had Sam, then traveled. The rest of the sentence will be the same. Traveled abroad. The same thing for little. Little also means, or it shows negativity. So we are going to put it at the beginning, and here it's at the beginning of the sentence. So it will be like this, little. But in this case, we don't have auxiliary. And we know that this verb is in the past, verb 2. And in this case, we are going to extract the auxiliary verb, which is did, because it's in the past. And we are going to put what here? Subject. And here we are not going to put enjoyed, we are going to put enjoy. Why? Because we have here did. And as we know, after did, or the family of do, we always put base verb. So here, let's put on it what? It's a base verb. And we are going to complete the rest of the sentence the same. Here, let's go to number 4. Here, so well doesn't show negativity, but we are going to put it under the same rule with negativity. If we have so plus any adjective or any adverb, we are going to put them at the beginning of the sentence. Then after that, plus auxiliary, plus subject, plus the main verb. So here we are going to say, so well, we put them at the beginning of the sentence. So well. Then here, because the tense of this verb is simple present, we are going to extract the helping verb or the auxiliary verb, which is does. Why? We know for the helping verb, for the present simple, either do or does, and in this case, because we have singular, we are going to put does. So well does she, and right, we are going to put it as we said previously. After the family of do, we always put what? Base verb. So here it will become so well does she write. Okay, so this is, let's say, the summary for this negative expressions with subject verb inversion. Here we let's say a summary for auxiliary, we have the family of have, has, had, do, for does, did, and do, and be is, are, am, and the past of them was or were. And also, let's add to them, we can consider the modals as auxiliaries. The rule for the normal sentence, subject plus verb plus complement. But for the inversion, if we have inversion, we are going to have the same rule of the question. We are going to put auxiliary plus subject plus verb plus complement. So here is the main rule. Subject plus, or sorry, auxiliary plus subject plus verb plus complement. And at the beginning of the sentence, we are going to put here what? The negative expressions.